Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 streaming studio. Hope everyone's having a nice Tuesday. I think we should see pretty quiet weather as we head through the day today. Again, had some scattered showers, thunderstorms yesterday. Again, obviously a very busy weekend. Folks are still picking up from, but again, I think today, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot to talk about. Not a whole lot, I think, to see as we head through the day today. I think there will be a small chance. Maybe could see a spotty shower pop up later this afternoon, this evening, but otherwise, again, pretty quiet conditions. We are watching some areas of fog this morning, especially, again, out west. Had a little bit of fog here in the capital city early this morning, but again, not too much of a concern for us. Again, as I mentioned, small chance for rain this afternoon. One of the things we'll be keeping an eye on this week, though, is hot and humid conditions returning later this week. Again, over the course of the next week, we'll have a few cooler days, a few hotter days, a few small chances for rain kind of mixed in, so kind of your typical mid-August weather for us as we head over the next week to 10 days. You look at the Lincoln Weather Almanac. Again, these are the numbers from yesterday. Officially at the airport, just 1/100th of an inch of rain. That now puts us at 4 inches and 1/100th for the month of August. Again, wettest start to the month of August that we've had. Still a little over 2 inches below average for the entire year when it comes to our liquid precipitation. Low temperatures this morning across the state. Not a bad start to our Tuesday. We had readings mid-50s to low 60s across much of the region, into the mid-60s in far southeastern Nebraska. Down to 62 at the Lincoln Airport, though. Same in Grand Island, 56 in North Platte. Again, this is after yesterday morning. We had some upper 40s in the far west. Low temperatures on the Tempest stations across the Lincoln Metro, generally in the middle 60s out there. And again, seeing some of those areas of fog begin to lift as we look out at sky views across the state early this morning. Still see some fog, though, out west, out in North Platte. Here in Lincoln, again, it is clearing out nicely. Blue skies right now in O'Neill, and again, a nice picture there of the river up in Omaha. 71 right now at the Lincoln Airport. It's 68 here in Midtown Lincoln. A calm wind. Can't see that dew point in the upper 60s, though, so again, high humidity. It's at 87%. Visibility at the airport technically being reported at 8 miles. So again, still maybe a little bit of haze out there from some of that lingering fog. You can see worst areas, again, really across far southwestern Nebraska. McCook down to 1.75 miles visibility. Hebron at 4 miles, and you get on the other side of the Missouri River. We have some areas of dense fog across portions of western Iowa, but this has steadily improved throughout the morning hours. Temperatures on the Tempest weather stations here in the Lincoln Metro are a mix of upper 60s and low 70s across the state. Kind of the same story, mostly in the 60s, far southeastern Nebraska to the lower 70s. Omaha's the warm spot at 72 degrees this morning. Dew point numbers aren't bad. Again, generally in the 60s out there. Again, these will be climbing as we head, especially later this week. But again, not bad today. Anywhere we're getting from the low 50s in the far west to the upper 60s in the far southeastern part of the state. Winds generally light out there, less than 5 miles an hour for many locations. I think we'll see a little light north wind as we head through the day today, helping to keep those dew points at least in check a little bit. Satellite radar picture showing quiet conditions here in southeastern Nebraska. A little bit of high cloud cover out there statewide. Again, we're looking at pretty quiet conditions. Again, a little bit of cloud cover kind of here and there. If you look at the visible satellite imagery, again, we can see some of that high cloud cover across the portions of eastern Nebraska. Otherwise, a lot of sunshine for central and western sections of the state. If you zoom out and look at a regional view, again, we have some scattered showers across areas in Kansas, Oklahoma. Also a little bit of rain pushing across portions of Wisconsin into northern Michigan this morning. If you zoom out and look at a national view, again, some activity down there in the Gulf and across the Carolinas. They're expecting some areas of heavy rain today, also some rain across portions of North Texas as well. But overall, again, things are pretty quiet. If we pan on out and zoom on over to the Atlantic, that is the view of Tropical Storm Erin right now. Again, off the coast of Africa, it still has a long way to go before it potentially would threaten the eastern seaboard. Although more than likely right now we're thinking this isn't going to be too much of a threat to the mainland. But that is the current view. And again, this is out there, has a long journey across the Atlantic over the course of the next several days. If you look at the latest track from the National Hurricane Center, again, right now, moving to the west at about 22 miles an hour. And by this weekend, it is trending to potentially become a major hurricane. Again, major hurricanes Category 3 or stronger. And again, by Saturday, late Saturday, early Sunday, Sunday morning. Again, could become Category 3 status. That looks like right now it would be trending just north of Puerto Rico and the Leeward Islands. But again, ridge of high pressure across the North Atlantic is forecast to weaken just a little bit, and we think that's going to pull that storm on a northward trajectory as we head this weekend into early next week. But obviously something we'll keep an eye on. But again, obviously no impact for us here in Nebraska, but we'll certainly keep an eye on it for the Gulf states and across the eastern seaboard. But right now, most models kind of have that eventually, maybe pulling off on a more northward trajectory. But we'll keep an eye on it. Again, forecast to become the first hurricane of the season in the Atlantic basin. If you look at the weather alerts across the country, again, things are pretty quiet. Still have some heat and fire headlines across the western states, again, from Arizona, California, Nevada, up into Washington State. Heat advisory for portions of New England as well as portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas. Again, some marine warnings there off the coast of Florida with some thunderstorms down in that neck of the woods. We do have a dense fog advisory for portions of south central Nebraska. That runs for about another 45 minutes or so, set to expire at 10 a.m. this morning. We check out Skycast, again, our in-house graph model, keeping things pretty quiet for us as we head through the day today. Fog continues to burn off this morning. By this afternoon, again, a few clouds kind of here and there. Along that weak boundary, that's again turning our winds to the north just a little bit. We could see a pop-up shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm in southeastern Nebraska late this afternoon into this evening. I think those chances are pretty slim, but we'll keep an eye on that possibility. By 10 o'clock tonight, we're looking at mainly clear, quiet conditions across the state. Should stay mainly clear as we head overnight tonight and into your Wednesday, and then plenty sunshine as we head through the day on Wednesday, and we are expecting dry conditions for most of the state. Could see a little bit of thunderstorm activity push out of the Dakotas into northern Nebraska by late Wednesday night, and then into the overnight hours, again, a little bit of cloud cover drifting across the state, a spotty shower here or there, but most areas stay dry. And then as we head into the day on Thursday, again, expecting mostly sunny, warm and humid conditions to go along with some breezy south winds that could be gusting up to 30 to 35 miles an hour at times. But again, just going to be kind of turning hot, humid, and breezy, especially Thursday into Friday. 7-day precipitation potential for us across the state, or across the region. Again, has most of the moisture over the course of the next week across the northern plains and into the upper Midwest, across portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin, northeastern Iowa, across much of Nebraska. We're looking at maybe, broad brush, 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch across much of the state as we head over the course of the next week, which would be about normal, lesser amounts as you head across far west and southwestern Nebraska, where they're likely looking at a 1/4 inch or less of moisture as we head over the course of the next week. A lot of that looks like it would be coming this weekend and early next week. That's really probably when we see some better chances for moisture in the forecast. Severe weather outlook has nothing for today. Again, marginal risk, again, across parts of Michigan, Wisconsin, down through Illinois, Indiana, parts of Ohio for the day tomorrow. Marginal risk across portions of South Dakota, touching extreme northern Nebraska. Again, I think late afternoon through the evening, they could see some storms push off the Black Hills. Again, some of that activity dipping into northern Nebraska by late Wednesday night. And then Thursday, again, marginal and slight risk, but mainly across the northern plains. Not expecting any severe weather here at home over the next several days. So if we zoom in, take a closer look, statewide view Skycast. Fog continues to burn off this morning. By this afternoon, I think mostly sunny skies for much of the area. Light north wind should be a fairly comfortable day for us. Again, a pop-up shower, isolated thunderstorm can't be ruled out in southeastern Nebraska, but most areas likely stay dry. By 10 o'clock tonight, we should see pretty quiet conditions, mainly clear skies. Should, I think, be a pretty comfortable Tuesday evening for us. High temperatures today, pretty seasonal for us for mid-August. We're generally looking at mid-80s across the state, including 86 here in Lincoln, 85 for Grand Island and Hastings-Kearney, as well as North Platte. Chadron looks like it could be the warm spot today, potentially reaching the lower 90s. Low temperatures tonight, again, should be fairly comfortable, upper 50s, low 60s for us. But then as we head over the next couple days, we'll start to see those temperatures gradually increase. I think for a lot of the 10-11 coverage area on Wednesday, we're looking at slightly above average temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, but we're looking at low 90s to maybe even triple digits possible for the western third of the state on Wednesday. Again, hottest readings in the far west Into Thursday morning, a little bit warmer. We're looking at upper 60s to right around 70 for lows. And then Thursday, again, upper 80s to upper 90s across the state. Some triple-digit heat possible in the far west. Friday morning, we're looking at upper 60s, low 70s again for lows. And then Friday, I think, could be our hottest day of the week statewide. We factor in dew points. Likely could see heat index values into the triple digits Friday afternoon. Also, again, will be breezy for us as well. 96 is what we'll go with here in Lincoln for an actual air temperature on Friday. Same for the Tri-Cities, around 100 for McCook for Friday afternoon. Saturday morning, again, very warm, low to mid-70s for the eastern half of the state for lows to start the day, and then staying hot and humid into the day on Saturday with highs generally in the mid-90s across much of the state. But you look at that 7-day forecast, again, temperatures peak Friday, Saturday, but then slowly trend back downward Sunday and then into the first half of the week next week. Small chance for rain today, and then we'll look for small chances for rain this weekend, spilling over into early next week. The 10-day forecast, again, kind of shows that gradual increase in temperatures as we head over the next several days, and then cooling back to a little bit more seasonal temperatures as we kind of head into the last third of the month of August there, with readings back into the lower 80s by next Wednesday, Thursday of next week. As far as those dew points go, again, a little bit more comfortable, I think, over the next day or so. So, again, not horribly humid for us, but I think probably starting Thursday into the weekend, those dew points climb back up a little bit as we see more of that southerly breeze pull that moisture northward, and so that will lead to those high humidity values. Again, increased feels like temperatures, especially Friday and Saturday, I think. Just days we want to be exercised a little bit of extra caution if you're going to be out and about. Rain chances, again, we're pretty dry today. I think, again, it's just parts of southeastern Nebraska that have a low-end chance for any moisture, and generally I think we're dry Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for most of the state. This weekend into early next week, we'll look for some small chances for rain, but looking at the models, again, really no widespread chances for any widespread moisture across the area as we head over the course of the next week to 10 days. Long-range outlooks, 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Favoring above average temperatures across a bunch of the region. This takes us August 19th through August 25th. And then the precipitation outlook, western half of the state right now in that 8 to 14 day time frame would be favoring above average precipitation. Parts of eastern Nebraska, including Lincoln and Omaha, right now would be favoring below average precipitation. So that is something we'll obviously keep an eye on as we head over the course of the next several days. So today, though, again, should be pretty quiet. Not a whole lot for us to worry about as we head through our Tuesday. We'll just watch for, again, maybe a spotty shower or two this afternoon. So don't be surprised if you are out and about and maybe you do get rained on just a little bit. If we did see anything, it would be likely incredibly brief and, again, certainly not severe for the day today. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. Hope everyone has a nice Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.